themselves into hotly contested jobs on selling yourself. Next.
Imagine the toughest interview of your life.
If I was sat in your position, I'd be reasonably impressed.
With what?
Could you handle the pressure?
Do you really want this job?
This guy!
If you were faced with a golden opportunity, would you seize it, or would you lose your nerve?
That was in very bad taste.
It was an absolute nightmare.
How well could you sell yourself?
I wanted it so badly and I think I lost it. I think I lost it.
Meet two of the country's toughest recruiters. Rod Cornwall, expert in human behaviour and body language.
Candidates have no idea what their body language tells me about them.
And this is Sam Landers, a professional job interviewer.
The job market is a very competitive one and there is no room for time wasters.
They are brought in by employers to separate the wheat from the chaff.
From what we've seen so far, I'm not convinced.
This week, they are helping Vito Rouser appoint his next sales success story to join Barnard Marcus, one of London's premier estate agents. This prized job can pay up to £100,000 a year, but you are advising people on the biggest financial decision of their lives.
This job is not about selling bricks and mortar. This job is about selling a dream, a home. What I would like is somebody with energy and passion, somebody confident, but probably most importantly for me, I want somebody who I feel wants to be the best.
After sifting through hundreds of CVs, the experts have selected these 5 candidates. After 3 days of demanding tests and interrogations, someone will walk away with their dream job. The first thing the candidates must do is sell themselves in 60 seconds to a panel they've never met. This is not for the faint-hearted.
I want to see a confident, articulate, well-turned-out individual walk through that door.
I want a really, really strong delivery. I'm looking for enthusiasm and drive in this 60-second pitch. It's the opportunity for these people to really sell themselves.
Getting off to a good start is crucial, because after this test, one person will be asked to leave. First to brave the panel is Mark. He's hoping that this will be his break from media sales into a more glamorous, high-paying career.
Without a shadow of a doubt, being the sales negotiator is my dream job. I think my personality, my look, my age, I think the whole combined sort of package of that is going to sell me to the panel and they're going to go, he's our man.
Mark's banking on his enthusiastic personality to create impact.
The impression I want to make is a lasting one. I want them to remember me.
Please can we hear your 60-second presentation?
Indeed you can. I believe I'm the right person for this job. Ever since I was young, I've always wanted to be in the housing game. I've constantly tried to be the best that I can at everything I do. In all walks of life, whatever it may be. I may not know that much about housing, admittedly, but that means that you can mould me into the person that you want me to be and be the best for yourself and best for me. And I know that if you were to choose me for this position, that we would both make a lot of money. Thank you.
Mark, what was your brief? How long were you asked to do?
Do a 60-second pitch.
OK, well, that's way short. That's actually 35.
35.
How enthusiastic do you think you are, Mark, as a person?
I'm extremely enthusiastic as a person.
Can you show me how enthusiastic you are?
In a action? This much!
OK.
I think I'm very enthusiastic.
Right, OK, fine.
I'm going to regret that, aren't I? That was by far the most intimidating thing I've ever done. I'm not normally a nervous person, but I got in there and I just shriveled right up.
He talked about enthusiasm, but there isn't any there. The posture, his hands were actually below his pockets on his legs. There's a lot of aggression there.
I didn't like the outburst. I can't believe how inappropriate that was for somebody who is trying to make a first and hopefully lasting impression.
And I think he misjudged the situation. So I'm cutting him a bit of slack.
Philip is next to endure the scrutiny of the panel.
I'm interested in the property market. I think the job sounds interesting, good training, good money.
With a business degree from Bath University, he has returned from 10 months cycling around the world. It's time for him to step up onto the career ladder.
I think they'd probably see someone who's quite presentable, obviously a little bit posh, nice guy. Hopefully I'd come across as businesslike and professional.
Please, can you give us your 60-second presentation?
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Philip White. I'm 24 years old and a business administration graduate at the University of Bath. I think I would make a very good estate agent because I have excellent interpersonal and communication skills. I think these would be necessary when building the trust between myself and a potential client of Barnard Marcus. I've also got very impressive academic criteria behind me. I'm a team player, I'm very resourceful and results driven. So I'm resourceful, intelligent, team player, and I would very much like to bring these skills to the Barnard Marcus team. Thank you.
It's a polished pitch, but Sam wants to scratch beneath the surface.
How much of a quality presentation do you think that was?
By the way you've asked the question, I'm guessing you're thinking it wasn't great.
You know, a good salesperson never makes assumptions, Philip.
Okay.
Okay, start again.
Sorry. The question was how
much of a quality presentation do you think that was?
Right. Well, I think it was not, fairly high quality.
You think so? Any other questions?
Not from me.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God. That is a joke. That is just unbelievable.
Great first impression, nice looking boy, very presentable, very polished. But I found him insincere. I felt like he was talking the talk, but he didn't seem to walk the walk.
There are still 3 candidates to step into the firing line, and the panel are taking no prisoners.
Do you really want this job?
If I was sat in your position, I'd be reasonably impressed.
With what?
Five candidates, 1 job, and the toughest interview process they'll ever face. The prize is an opportunity to join prestigious estate agents Barnard Marcus. Helping boss Vito Rouser make the big decision are top recruitment consultants Sam Landers and Rod Cornwall. Each candidate has to sell themselves in 60 seconds. 2 candidates have pitched, while Mark managed to astound the panel.
Can you show me how enthusiastic you are?
This much!
Philip left them underwhelmed. After all 5 pitches, 1 candidate will be sent home. It's Susanna's turn next. She has had a variety of jobs from bar work to admin, but is currently unemployed.
I really badly want to get into the estate agency world. I think it's a very exciting and challenging industry, and I believe that I could be a fantastic estate agent.
Susanna wants to convince the panel that her enthusiasm more than compensates for her inexperience.
When I go in there to sell myself, I'm just going to be myself. I'm a very positive thinker, I'm full of confidence. Good afternoon, my name's Susanna Lucas. I'm here today because I'd like to be an estate agent for Barnard Marcus, one of the most successful companies out in the market today, I believe. The reason I want to be here to be an estate agent, I believe I have the confidence and the skills for what you're looking for. I'm very hardworking, I'm trustworthy, and I'm reliable. To be a good sales negotiator, you've got to have great customer service, great people skills, and you've got to be able to interact with people. I'm a great team leader, and I'm also a great team player. And I know that I could get out there and sell more houses for you.
How well do you think you sold yourself to us?
I hope that I sold myself well. I'm a positive, confident person, and I hope I came across that way to you today.
All right, thank you, that's fine.
Thank you very much. That was really hard, really, really hard. I don't think the panel liked me very much. I don't think I did very well.
I thought the presentation was very good. She told us how she felt, she was open, she was honest, she told us about her qualities. I don't think you can fault her on the presentation.
I thought she'd done her research well, and I like the fact that she thought we were the best agent in London.
The 4th candidate is Martin. Martin has sold everything from cars to package holidays, but now wants a job with prestige and bigger financial reward.
What I really want more than anything is to be successful. Nice house, nice car, bit of extra dosh, be able to look after my family.
Self-assured and oozing panache, he's confident his experience will impress the panel.
If I get to an interview stage, I'm kind of most of the way there because it's sales and I'm selling myself on an interview. Generally, I'm pretty relaxed.
Hi.
Hello.
Can we please hear your 60-second presentation?
Certainly. For the last 7 years, I've been selling holidays, teletext and internet holidays. I understand most aspects of the sales, from the opening to the fact find, pre-close and close. I'm a good listener, good at communicating, and take an interest in my clients. And so I'm looking to move into the housing industry, and I see Barnard Marcus as a great company to move into.
How impressed do you think we are with this presentation?
If I was sat in your position,
Yeah.
I'd be reasonably impressed
With what?
with the fact that I have the balls to stand up here and present myself in front of you and take that challenge.
Okay, so do you think you've sold yourself to us?
I think I've given you the facts, yeah, about what my strengths are and the experience that I have.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Oh, well, what an experience. Very hot in there, very intense. Don't think I did myself 100% justice.
Personality-wise, so far, dull as dishwater.
There was no selling there for me at all.
No.
Last up is Tammy. After trying many different jobs, she's looking to achieve her dream of success and riches.
It'd be terrific if I could go forward from here to become that multi-millionaire that I want to be.
She intends to emphasize her drive and ambition.
When I meet the panel, the kind of impression I want to make is a sort of wow impression. I mean, I think that I kind of want to blow them away, really.
The last candidate, Tammy is using a unique approach to capture the panel's attention.
And I've got to be honest with you, actually, and tell you that I don't think that I am going to be a good sales negotiator. The truth is, I think I'll be a fantastic sales negotiator. I'm hungry for success. And that means that I'll be prepared to do anything, working late, working extra hours, becoming associated with the housing market, whatever it takes to secure a deal. I think that I'm a very honest person, and perhaps that is a little bit odd to say that if I'm going to be an estate agent, but I think honesty in this day and age is required, and I think people will really appreciate that out of a sales negotiator.
Tammy, you've made some very astute assumptions with regards to estate agency. The one problem you have got wrong is the fact that estate agents are not honest. The dishonest estate agent has been buried at sea many years ago.
Okay, thank you, Tammy, that's fine. We'll go now.
Thank you.
Wow, that was interesting. But they don't make that particularly easy for you, but I guess that's what it's going to be like.
Body language is extremely confident. There's none of this holding the hands really tight. It was hand on hip and the other arm is delivering messages.
She's confident. I have to say I didn't buy into her all that much. I don't know, I just did not come across to me as sincere.
I took personal offence at her saying that estate agents are dishonest. And to feel that today, it just isn't the best way to compliment somebody that you're looking to try and impress.
All 5 candidates have now delivered their 60-second pitch. For one person, this will mean goodbye.
Last time I felt like this, when my parents found out I started smoking, that was probably when I was about this nervous before.
If I'm the first to go, I'm going to be very disappointed. Mainly because I'm a competitive guy, I don't like losing.
I want this quite badly, and now I've got so far today. I'm here, I've done my job, I want it even more.
There is one candidate in that 5 that I felt did not sell themselves sufficiently to go through to the next round.
I think for me there were 2 candidates that I have a slight concern with.
One of you will not be going through to the next round.
Mark, the job's not yours. Unfortunately, the enthusiasm was misdirected, which in turn has cost you the opportunity of going through to the next round.
Understandable.
You can leave now, Mark.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. You're going to be, you know, you come into something and you want to win it. It's natural instinct. It's taught me a lot about myself, what I need to do. I can be overconfident, I need to tone that down. You know, enthusiasm, just work myself a little differently.
For the 4 remaining candidates, things are about to get tougher. There's another day of grueling tests before 2 more candidates will be sent packing. Though Susanna's impressed the panel the most, she doesn't believe that she's convinced them.
Today I'm definitely going to show them what I'm made of. I'm really going to go for 110% today.
Martin is lucky to be here after his lacklustre pitch, but still believes he has everything the panel is looking for.
Yeah, I'm feeling chuffed with myself to get through to the next stage. I always know I would, of course.
Whilst highly ambitious Tammy made a ballsy pitch, she offended her potential boss. That hasn't put her off track.
Today I'm feeling more confident than I was yesterday. I think I'm sort of getting into my stride a bit now. You know, I want to stay here and I want the job.
After his brush with the panel, Philip feels he's yet to prove he has the drive to succeed.
2 of us are going to have to leave tonight. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to go for it.
The next exercise is designed to expose the candidates' strengths and weaknesses as salespeople. On the table are the details of a £2 million property. In real life, this would earn an estate agent on commission a whopping £6,000.
Right, what do we got?
Every agent would kill to handle this sale, but only one would be given the chance.
This test looks at which of our 4 remaining candidates is the best negotiator. It will tell us how competitive, how tenacious, and how hungry for money they are.
I want to see someone try and close the deal, and I want them to be thinking about winning. They want to be the one that wins the opportunity to sell this person's property.
Let's find some first of all.
Okay.
Modern property. So what is it then, Georgian or something?
Has anyone sold property before?
No.
Okay, so it's obviously nice, plush.
The group must agree on how best to reach a decision.
We could do a blind ballot, I don't know.
In terms of what we're looking for a sales negotiator here, not somebody who's just winning popularity stakes.
We don't have anything to write with or anything like that.
Just so happens I have pen and paper.
Finally, Tammy cuts through the confusion with a clear and convincing plan.
Maybe a good idea is to do everyone to do a 15-second, 20-second pitch on this house so we can see how people actually present the house.
Yeah.
Can I go first?
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Okay, guys, this is a £2.1 million house. It's got 5 bedrooms. It's completely refurbished throughout with
equipment.
Modern.
There are designs by Mr. Norman Foster in there, and obviously other modern designers which make this property enormously sought after at the moment, and it is in a very sought after area.
Very family friendly.
So
it's got good travel links, reception areas. It's got a lovely warm feel to the home, and I'd love to show you through it.
I present to you the orangery in the salubrious area of Twickenham. As my colleague said, it's a very desirable property. It really is a chance in a lifetime to get your hands on something that is not only a home, but it will be an investment.
Of all the candidates, Martin most impresses the panel by selling the house on more than just its listed features. But in this test, the candidates have to choose the winner. They put it to the vote, and Susanna kicks off with a surprise move.
Right, well, I've decided after listening to your pictures, I don't think I've got the...
Susanna is actually stepping out of the conversation. Now that is not a good thing for a negotiator to do. A negotiator needs to stand their ground.
Before the team player, I'm going to pick Tammy.
I quite like Tammy.
I'm going to pick myself.
Okay, how are we doing, guys?
So it's up to you.
Only Martin stands between Tammy and a quick victory.
Pick me, it's me. I'm the one that's going to deliver the presentation.
Martin is like a dog with a bone. He's really hungry. He's showing us he really wants it.
We're going to pull together as a team on this one.
Well, then pick me.
I don't think you gave the best pitch. I can't pick you because I don't think you gave the best pitch.
What was wrong with it?
Interestingly enough, it looks like Martin has actually met his match in Tammy, so there could be a bit of a sparring match.
I think I'd probably be my best ability to sell it because I'm a salesman.
The group reaches stalemate as neither Tammy or Martin back down. They both want to win this sale.
So if I'm number one vote, maybe you've got to go for a second
position
vote,
we're
and
in,
then we'll take it from there.
we're close to being unanimous.
Fair enough, no, good point.
I'd rather come to a solution.
But you're giving away £6,000.
Philip is sitting on the fence totally. All he's concerned about is the way the team's going and how quickly they're coming to a decision.
You can't just bang your heads against people all the time. I thought she gave a good pitch, so she deserves it.
She did give a good pitch. I think we all gave good pitches. But on the record, you know, I'm supremely confident in myself to deliver it, and I'm a bit unsure about you in that respect.
Martin's determination finally wears Tammy down.
And I'm going to take myself out of it then.
So have we decided then now?
All right, guys. Good stuff. Good team stuff.
The panel were looking for both a competitive spirit and determination to win. Only two have impressed.
Interestingly, with Susanna, I am so disappointed in her. Yes. She has gone right down in my estimations. Weak performance. For some reason, she couldn't pull it off.
There's no conviction.
If you put her in front of a client and they start arguing with her, or, you know, she has to use some really tough negotiating skills, I'm not sure at this stage whether she would crumble.
I think you're absolutely right.
I've got no experience. I had no idea what to say. So 4 bedrooms, the bathrooms, no idea, no idea. I think it might have been the pressure. It's crushing me a little bit. Some of my confidence is slipping.
I think Philip came across, I don't know what you think, Rod, he was weak. He was far too willing to give up too soon. Well, that's not what you want. Because if you've got 2 agents fighting over a house in Fulham, well, what's going to happen? Is he going to hold on to the sale, or is he going to give it to Joe Bloggs down the road?
Exactly right. See, with the estate agency, coming second is no good.
I think on balance, I probably didn't do myself any favours this morning, so the panel may well think less of me. I'm going to have to pull my socks off in the next exercise.
Tammy took the lead straight away, stepped in, but she's got a real calmness about her. She doesn't come across as the most effervescent person, but she's very, very strong at holding her ground.
I think it's just proved down there that, you know, I might not have, you know, all the razzmatazz and all the jazz maybe compared to some of the competitors here, but when it actually comes down to it, I can stand up for myself pretty well, which is, you know, which is what it's all about for this job.
Martin, for me, his first objective was to show his personality, bring his character out onto the table today for us to see, and I think he did that very, very well.
It was great.
He was expressive, he was animated, he was challenging, all the qualities that I think would be relevant in a job like yours.
I actually felt that he did quite poorly yesterday. Probably I'd written him off if I'm honest about it. Sure. I looked at him today, and to me it was sell, sell, sell.
Well, they were all kind of being very nicely about it, when I knew damn well that everyone would want to be the one put forward, and I wanted to be the one.
Tammy and Martin have raised the stakes, so the other candidates need to pull out all the stops if they're going to survive the next stage.
That was in very bad taste.
Top recruitment experts Rod Cornwall and Sam Landers are helping Vito Rouser of Barnard Marcus find a new estate agent to join his team. One candidate has already failed to impress and been sent packing. For the remaining 4, the pressure is on as they face their final test before 2 more people are let go.
I've got to pull out all stops. It's a go situation. I want this job. I'm going to get it.
My chances of getting through to the last 2 at the moment, on a scale of 1 to 10 at the moment, I'd give myself an 8.
Rod introduces the surviving candidates to their final challenge.
This is the sales presentation test.
There are 4 items on the table: a blender, a doll's house, a pair of wrecked Wellingtons, and a broken squash racket. Each candidate must choose a different item, which they will then sell to the panel. Just 10 minutes are available to plan a convincing 2-minute pitch. But what are the panel really looking for?
I want to see some real enthusiasm, some really good delivery styles, and some true passion coming through in their presentations. Not just the bog standard stuff.
To be a good estate agent, you need to be able to sell anything.
There's no hiding place for any of our candidates for this test. We're going to be able to see very quickly who has a natural raw sales ability.
Okay everyone, time's up.
It's now time for the candidates to deliver their pitch. Driven by her success in the last test, Tammy's put aside her poor start and has confidently picked the hardest item to sell. She's again taking an unconventional approach to show she has a flair for sales.
Broken squash racket. You're thinking, there's no way, Tammy, that you're going to try and sell me a broken squash racket. And you're absolutely right. I'm not going to sell you a broken squash racket. This is an opportunity for you to change your life, and I really do mean that. By looking after something, by nurturing something back to its former self, by taking the time to fix and mend this broken squash racket, will actually help you to fix and mend whatever it is that's wrong with your life.
Unsure that her plan is working with the panel, Tammy goes for broke.
The other fantastic thing is, if you do buy it, the money is going to a charity for underprivileged kids who need to get their lives back on track. So for £100 today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm offering you the chance to change your life. Thank you very much.
The price that we're going to pay for the racket was how much?
I think it's £100.
And that money would go to a children's charity to help under... Why did you use the guilt factor on us? Why did you feel you had to use that emotion?
I thought it might clinch it.
That was in very bad taste.
I mean, the comment from Sam about my selling my squash racket in poor taste to kids, I think is a bit of a blow, and that wasn't what I expected. I think she's right, actually.
How can a broken squash racket change my life?
It's a bold move. Yeah. It's a very bold move. The question got my attention, but it fell completely flat.
It's a shame, because there are some things that really, you know, work in her favour. It's just she doesn't always use them to her advantage.
The panel have seen that Philip is bright and competent, but this time they want to see some real salesmanship.
From Philip, I'm hoping to see a bit more passion, because I think he's just perhaps been just a tad too controlled for me.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start. I've chosen to talk about the doll's house. I think this is a very impressive item, and it actually sells itself for a number of reasons. Firstly, it would make an excellent toy for any child under the age of 12 and many over the age of 12. I think also, while it is in a relatively good state at the moment, it would actually be fun to paint this with your child, playing with your child, to actually paint this house right here. So I think for a number of reasons, it would actually be very fun to use and a good toy.
Do you think that that encompassed selling that doll's house to us, or were you giving us facts?
Yeah, you're right, actually. It probably was more of a talking about the item and demonstration rather than an actual trying to push it to someone. So I suppose I didn't really do the hard sell as I was supposed to do. So I think, yeah, I think I would need a lot of training if I was going to be, you know, the negotiator and the actual salesperson.
My concerns with Philip were that generally I think he can handle most situations, or at least he feels he can handle them. But as you look at the content of what he was saying, it was dispassionate.
Susanna has shown enthusiasm, but lost her nerve in the last test. Can she be more convincing now and make up the lost ground?
Here we have, to your eye perhaps, a useless pair of wellies. May I correct you? These are not a useless pair of wellies. If I could demonstrate, perhaps you've seen on the catwalks, ripped jeans. Well, I think the way forward, if I can get it on, is ripped wellies. What a fantastic look. Perhaps even if you got stinky feet, you get some nice air going in there. Otherwise, what you could do with this wonderful pair of boots, pop some nice herbs in the toes. As I said before, I think wholly wellies are the way forward.
You were nervous at the start. You started talking very, very fast. Do you feel you gave it everything?
As you say, I'm very aware of how fast I speak. It is one of my fallbacks. I must learn to slow down. I'm really glad that bit's over, to be honest. We've been waiting for this sales pitch, and it's over and done with now. So now it's just a case of will I, won't I?
I mean, at times it felt maybe a little bit too rehearsed. She had the lines off pat, but I'm not going to knock her for that.
I liked the way that she delivered it. She was very tactile with her approach. She was lots and lots of touchy-feely with the wellies and actually put one of them on to demonstrate it. It was a good presentation.
With 9 years as a sales professional, this should be plain sailing for Martin. But can he show the spark that the panel so far think is missing?
Firstly, it fits into today's lifestyle. It's also a great way of introducing a healthy diet to your children. It really does promote that healthy aspect and the energy that we're all going to be needing to be successful. Bear with me, let's catch up with myself. One day, you will be able to reap the rewards of blending your foods. It's a chance for you to get on board with this design, to move forward in our dietary needs. Thank you for your time.
Thanks. You can go.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I think they love me. They were eating out of my hand. I mean, it was back off, you know, back off, guys. You could tell they wanted some more. No, I don't know. I have no idea. They might think I'm a complete prat. I don't know.
Martin did give us features of the blender, which I liked, okay? But then he quickly slipped up, and I thought he was going to lose it altogether, and I think to an extent that put him off track. Martin just a little bit disappointed me there.
With the panel still in two minds about who to put through to the next stage, a surprise test is thrown in. The candidates are given an ostrich feather boa and asked to sell it on the spot without any preparation time.
What I'd like to see is their ability to think on their feet. And I'd be interested to see how they go.
It's a beautiful item. It was a lot of feather boas were used back in the sort of 60s and the 70s, and it's all coming back into fashion now.
So it's quite a versatile item. Feels very nice, soft on the skin. Perhaps not something that I would like to wear, but maybe one for the ladies. This could be used as a decorative item over a standard evening apparel like this.
How many of us like to stand out in a crowd? How many of us want to stand out in a crowd, to have that opportunity to stand out in a crowd? This is going to help you to do that.
Can you tell me what it is? Is there a name for such a thing?
You make up the name.
The Zulu headdress. You've all seen the film Michael Caine, Stop Throwing Those Bloody Spears. Well, this was the headdress of the guy that was throwing those spears. The feathers themselves are from the dodo.
This exercise cast new light on two of the hopefuls.
The thing I liked about Philip was that he really thought on his feet. That, to me, was the Philip coming through that we wanted to see.
Martin, when he took on the boa at the end, and he wasn't sure what it was called, he didn't have a name for it, I thought that was superb. I thought, yeah, 10 out of 10 for that. A Zulu headdress, I thought that was great.
The panel now have to decide which two candidates will go no further.
We've got to make a decision, guys. We've got 4, we need to get down to 2.
I think we all agree on one person to go through. Following our discussions, I'm comfortable now that I've made a decision on the second person. It's been very, very difficult, but Tammy, the job is not yours.
Though the panel has been impressed with her confidence, Tammy has shown she lacks judgment by offending the panel twice.
Philip, the job is not yours.
Overall, the panel felt Philip's performance lacked conviction and that he doesn't have the necessary sales skills required for the job.
Hey guys, congratulations. Rock on. Thanks guys. I've just been thrown out of the competition. It was pretty intense in there, definitely. I would have loved to see what happens at the end. In this process, we're going through the final round, and I'm not going to be a part of that.
The process is also over for Tammy, whose dreams of riches have for now been crushed.
Yeah, I think you've got to be tough to those guys, you know. I mean, you know, I don't know. I think it's whatever I did. It's too late now because it's done. No, it's just a release, you know. It's been a hell of a journey, and you know, just bugger, but you know, I've got to be pretty proud of proud of what I've done.
The two remaining candidates fighting for their dream job are Martin and Susanna. Susanna has shown personality and enthusiasm, but has been hampered by a lack of confidence.
This final interview is the last impression I'm going to get the chance to make on the panel, and I've just got to, I think it's just got to be confident with myself at this time.
Salesman Martin has shown a determination to win, but under the spotlight he has lacked charisma.
Out of me and Susanna, who wants it more? It's a good question. I obviously believe I want it more.
They now have to prove themselves in the hardest interview of their lives. First to face an hour-long grilling is Susanna.
I'm not nervous of them anymore, I'm not frightened, and I really, really want to win.
The panel have seen that she suffers from a lack of self-belief, so Rod and Sam want to see how she reacts to real pressure.
With Susanna, I'm concerned about her nervousness, so I'm going to try and get behind that in the interview.
What I'm hoping to see with the questions that you ask is actually whether she shines or shrinks.
Hello again.
Hi. Okay, right. What do you think Vito's looking for in this role?
He's looking for somebody who can project themselves in a very professional manner. He needs someone who's trustworthy, reliable, somebody who's going to get their teeth into every single day. They're going to build on a negative, turn it into a positive.
All right. Say you were working with Vito now.
Okay.
And one of Vito's clients came to him and they said, Vito, we really don't like Susanna. How would that make you feel?
There's no point taking it personally until you find out perhaps why.
Why did you leave your last position?
I know that beneath this mask there's quite a stubborn individual.
Really?
From what we've seen so far, I'm not 100% convinced.
How are you going to win?
By being myself, by showing you exactly who I am.
Halfway through, Sam sets a challenging scenario to test Susanna's mettle.
You have a client, okay, that is given to you who instructs you on their house. 3 months into it, there have been no viewings. You haven't sent anybody to the house, and the client makes a complaint about you to the branch manager. How do you react, and how will you turn the client around?
Perhaps you've stumped me, actually. It's a very difficult scenario. I would... I will find you somebody who's interested in your house, and I will do that. And
but you haven't done that in the last 3 months, so what's going to change now?
I'm going to pull my finger out and sell your house for you.
Okay. I have a problem with you coping under pressure. We've exerted a little bit of pressure on you in previous activities and now during this interview, and you do seem to be buckling. What can you do to reassure us that you won't do that in the job?
I can only assure you that I won't buckle under the pressure. I will not fold. I can only tell you that from my heart. I really want to convince you that I'm not a shaky person, that I'm not weak, I'm not meek.
But
I know I can do this for you.
Susanna, why should we believe you?
Because it's what I really want. I wish there was one simple word that I could say to you now that would change your mind, but there isn't. I can only tell you that I would give you 110%, if not more, and I really, really would.
All right, Susanna, thank you. You're done now.
Well, if I thought the 60 seconds was bad and if I thought yesterday bad, that was nothing compared. They saw that I've lacked in self-confidence. It's shown through. I wanted it so badly and I think I lost it. I think I lost it.
We saw her crumble under pressure, which is what we were hoping she wouldn't do.
Sure, I do have a concern about how well she can deal with pressure. There was a moment where she was right on the edge, but I think she pulled it back quite well.
I quite enjoyed some of the answers that she gave. I thought that she actually stood her ground quite well.
Sam and Rod have pushed Susanna to the edge. Has she done enough to convince them? Martin's got everything to play for. He just needs to hold it together.
I'm giving you a lifeline here.
The two remaining candidates competing for their dream job are Martin and Susanna. Susanna has come through her harrowing final interview. It's now Martin's turn to be interrogated for a full hour.
This is very important to me, and that might not reflect in every way, but just by being here and carrying on and prepared to make an arse of myself is everything, really, because I'm not the kind of person that generally goes around trying to make a complete fool of himself.
The panel want to see Martin come out from behind his sales facade and show them some charm.
We've seen snippets of his personality throughout the various activities, but I think this is going to be, a good chance for him to really sell his personality to us.
Do you like a challenge?
Yeah, I do like a challenge.
Give me an example of a challenge to you. What is your idea of a challenge?
My challenge to me is overcoming or learning the skill to do something that I haven't got naturally.
Is this job going to be enough for you?
If the reality of this job matches my desires, it will be.
For somebody who's had quite a bit of success over the last 24 hours, you're like,
I'm shattered.
I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care. You want to win, don't you? And you want this job.
I do.
But why don't we see it?
I suppose I have a laid-back approach to most things. I like to keep my emotions in check so I can think about things and think answers through.
But I'm not looking for emotions, I'm just looking for a bit of a spark.
Do you really want this job?
Of course I want this job.
How much do you want it?
Enough to go through everything that I've been through over the last few days to get to this point. And
Martin just isn't coming out of his shell, so Sam tries to force him out.
I'm telling you that I think at this moment your interview style is weak. Convince us that you are the right person for this job. I'm giving you a lifeline here.
The reason I want this job is simply because of the company to whom I would be employed by, the kudos that it would give me, and...
But what are you offering us?
I'm offering you me, I'm offering commitment,
yeah, but
I'm offering loyalty.
Who are you?
I am Martin.
Who's Martin?
Martin is a guy with lots of ability, a guy that's not frightened of a challenge, a confident guy who when he commits himself to something, believes in it.
You are coming to life a bit more now.
I appreciate that,
Let me just make that point.
Right, one sentence. Tell me why we should take you rather than Susanna.
I think I'll do a better job for you, Vito, in all honesty. And it's something I'll be very excited and look forward to doing. If the reality of the job matches my desires, I think we'll both be very happy.
Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I got the points across that I wanted to make, but my only regret probably was that I didn't kind of ump it up enough.
What we were looking for in that is to really bring his personality out, okay? I did think it came through in the middle, towards the end. I think when we really started pushing him.
He is continual trying, I like, because he is persistent.
I'm not 100% sure, in all honesty, whether I've got the job based on that interview.
Over the past 3 days, Sam and Rod have delved into the candidates' characters. It's now over to Vito to decide who'll get the job of estate agent.
Vito, do you have an idea in your mind of who out of our two finalists would be more suited to your job?
I'm 100% clear who I would like to offer a job to.
Will Vito choose Martin with his proven track record in sales, or Susanna with no experience but a wealth of enthusiasm?
It would mean so much to me to get the job.
I want this badly, really badly.
It would mean a hell of a lot to me. It's a very prestigious company, the earning potential is very high. Yeah, I want the job.
Only one of you is going to get the job.
It's not been easy to make a choice, but I have made a choice. I'm given the position of sales negotiator to Susanna.
Well done, mate. Congratulations. You deserve it, mate. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations to you both.
I'd like to say thank you very much, Rod.
Well
Sam,
done. Congratulations.
thank you very much.
Well
Vito,
done.
Congratulations.
it's going to be brilliant. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and I won't let you down.
Enjoy it.
Yay! I won! I'm a new estate agent. Woo!
I'm just so excited to have Susanna on board. I think she's got tremendous enthusiasm, so much desire to succeed, and I think she'll be a real asset to the business. I really do.
I don't like losing, but maybe there's something else that I've taken out of it. Because sometimes losing isn't a bad thing. You know, you've got to be able to say that the better person won for the job, and that's that. C'est la vie.
It's been one hell of a ride for me. I think everyone can see that, but they can also see that I want this, and I wanted it from day one, and I think that really came across how passionately I wanted this.
Vito's made his choice, but what do Rod and Sam think of the decision?
Martin has clearly got sales ability, but I think from what we've seen, he lacks the energy that Vito is really looking for.
Susanna's definitely displayed passion and personality and enthusiasm, and I think in the end that overcame the doubts that we've had about her confidence. I think Vito is right to give her a break. I think she'll actually do very well for him.
I want to get in the office. I want to learn the market. I want to learn the sales. I want to get out there and I want to do it. I'm really excited. I really am. Absolutely fine.
For tips and information on the series, visit 5.tv/sellingyourself.